Fantastic game.
And we talked about, Gate City had an early advantage on the boards, if you remember. They really got, of course, they got that quick lead, and, of course, they were leading 38-30, but I think Dobyns-Bennett that fourth quarter really owned the boards. That was kind of a catalyst of getting them back in the ball game. They went on that 10-2 run. We were tied at 40, and, of course, Gate City got the extra two, and then it was back and forth. It
was a fantastic game. It really was.
Just the defensive, and that's sort of, and Coach Vermillion talked about that earlier today. He said that the Daniel Boone loss was kind of a building block, and I think they saw that, the other night because they gave up so many open threes, and they really tonight they clamped down. Even though Relaford had a pretty good ball game, they only give up 40 points to, Dobyns-Bennett.
Yeah, Relaford came in. He wound up with 17 points. He had 3 threes. So, yeah, he was shooting, but then they pretty much contained him in the fourth quarter. He only had 4 points. And actually, Gate City only scored 4 points in the fourth quarter. Dobyns-Bennett only scored 7.
Yep.
So both teams really played tremendous defense that last quarter to close out the game.
A good effort. Of course, in a good effort, we talk about, wanting to mention the girls again. They ended up lost by 10 or lost by 8, but really they really started to hit their stride a little bit, with their rotations, what they want to do. Looks like this year. And again, if Gate City can get through this first month, when we hit January and you start looking at teams like John Battle and Lehigh and some of these that's coming down the pike, you can't feel good if you're another team about to take on Gate City.
I'm just going to say this. You beat Oak Hill. You beat Dobyns-Bennett. How in the heck did you lose to Daniel Boone?
Well, I'd rather lose one in November and December than I would in March.
That's true, and I'd rather Gate City beat the 2 teams that they beat.
Yeah, yes, indeed. So, all right, well, we will be back on the air on Saturday. We'll be at another dome over in a
little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller. And, again, like I said, taking on Sullivan East. Again, that ball game, JV girls starts at 3 o'clock, where normally they start at 4. So everything's pretty much about an hour earlier that will be on Saturday night. So, again, we'll be back on the air. If we're normally on the air about 6:20, we'll be on about 5:20 maybe. We'll have to see. But anyway, we'll be on the air sometime.
We'll just start talking.
Just start talking, and hopefully you chime in. So anyway, we want to say thank you again to all of our sponsors. So I want to say thank you to everybody who does listen. And, again, we certainly appreciate you. Scott County Schools, of course, on a 2-hour delay tomorrow, so everybody please be careful. There's supposed to be some freezing rain. Also want to throw out something else as well. The Premier Pharmacy Player of the Year voting is going on right now. Again, that will be going on through December the 21st. 17,000 votes as of yesterday have been cast.
Wow.
Kind of surprising as well. The leaders after the first 2 days are no longer the leaders.
Interesting.
Big swing. And I'll say this, underclassmen are doing extremely well.
Much like the varsity girls for Gate City.
So,
well, Joe, before we get off, though, don't want to forget our stat of the game. I'm going to throw that out. It's got to be John Compton's point total for the night, 21 points. And I think, like you said, Starnes' little spin move there at the 2:30 mark in the third quarter. I think we'll go with that if that's all right with you.
It was a great. Well, it's your bus. I'm just helping you drive it.
We're plunging off a bridge and down a cliff right now. Then.
Yeah, we're off the rail. So, and of course, the player of the night has to be Mr. Compton. Of course, a shout out a second place. I give it to Luke Reed again.
Definitely.
His energy, what he does. You don't always show up on the stat lines, but again, he was emotional, back and forth. I know that it was. Get a little bit cheapy there, but again, his rebounds. And
his presence more than anything.
His presence, he was able to score. He was able to do some things, and he's getting more and more comfortable, playing offense and being a part of the offense. Last year, he really, the offense did not go through him, and but tonight was a little bit different story. So good job by him. Good job by Mr. Compton. Good job by the team. Again, come out of here with a 42-40 victory. I take it any day of the week. So
absolutely.
All right, so with all that said,
Should I wear my Gate City Sports Radio jacket tomorrow back in here for our basketball game?
I would wear exactly what you're wearing right now. I mean, you're universally supporting.
Well, we're supposed to wear our school colors, so I'll probably wear a Severe T-shirt. But I might throw on the old Gate City windbreaker just to poke the bear a little bit.
Just to poke the bear. So I want to say thank you, Mr. Carr, for all that you do, and want to say thank you again, everybody out there listening to us. We certainly do appreciate you. So with all that said, Chris, now let's see here. 9:34. How long did that tune?
I forgot to look. I was so busy watching the clock. I'm going to say probably 15 minutes.
Probably so. Again, we were almost ran out of timeout. So Dobyns-Bennett had none, and Gate City only had one left. So, all right. With all that said, we'll sign off again. I want to say thank you again to everybody. Make sure that you go on our website. Make sure you vote for the Premier Pharmacy Players of the Year. We'll be back on the air on Saturday. So, for Mr. Carr, this is Joe Carter. You've been listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.